Hey, what's up all you foodies? Welcome back. In today's recipe, I'm going to show you how to make a tree cake or a Baumkuchen from a standard yellow cake box mix. So let's get into it. So of course the first thing you want to start is the batter. So in a large mixing bowl, you're going to add in your eggs. Here I'm going to add one more yolk than the box calls for. Also you're going to add in your milk instead of water. This is going to amplify a bit of the richness along with that yolk. And then you're going to give this a good whisk. After that, you're going to slowly incorporate some brown butter into this. This is substituting the oil that the box mix calls for as well. And then finally, you're going to incorporate the dry mix from the box until it's completely smooth. Once the batter is ready to go, you're going to grab two 9-inch round cake pans and insert one into the other, just to give the bottom layer of cake a little bit of a heat buffer. Butter the bottom of the pan and place a round cutout of parchment paper down as well. Then you're going to ladle a generous amount of batter into the lined cake pan. Spread the batter from edge to edge and then into the broiler it goes for about 2 to 3 minutes until the top of the cake is a dark golden brown. Once the first layer of cake is done, take it out of the oven and ladle another layer of batter right on top of the cooked layer of cake. Spread that from edge to edge as well, and then put it back into the broiler for another round of caramelization. I would say you want to repeat this process about 8 to 10 times or more depending on how many layers you'd like to have. After the final layer of brown buttery caramelized cake awesomeness is finished, take it out of the oven and let it cool down for 10 minutes before handling. Once it has cooled down, turn it out onto a cake rack and continue the cooling process just for a little bit. But while the cake is cooling ever so slightly, you're going to make a very simple rum syrup to soak the cake with. So in a small saute pan, you're going to bring a good amount of rum up to a simmer along with a few spoonfuls of granulated sugar and mix until the sugar is completely dissolved. Once this is ready, you're going to generously brush the sweet rum all over the top and sides of the cake until there is none left. Alright, so once you're done brushing that sweet rum all over the cake and just letting it sit for just a minute or so, the cake's ready to go. So just slice it up, serve it up, and eat it. I gotta say guys, this looks really good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the recipe. This is a blast to make. This Baumkuchen, I believe I'm pronouncing that right, is just, it's one of those cakes you gotta learn how to make. I've made this before on my channel. It's a very popular video. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. It's basically this cake, but it's all from scratch and it has a really beautiful chocolate glaze on top. So it's a pretty stellar recipe, but honestly nothing beats a cake that you can make in like an hour, a box cake like this. It's pretty incredible and very impressive. I was very pessimistic about this recipe. I was not expecting it to really turn out all that well just because sometimes there's different ratios of baking powder and cornstarch and different mixes within that dry mix that comes from the box, and that can mess up the recipe a little bit, especially with recipes like this where you really need the caramelization factor to take place during the baking process, and you know, it's just all that sciencey stuff. So nonetheless, this turned out absolutely unbelievable. and I'm really excited to try it out. I'm glad I didn't frost it or glaze it or anything like that. I really love a naked cake like this. It does need that rum glaze or some sort of like syrupy glaze, whether it's like an orange flavor or, you know, whatever suits your fancy of flavoring. It definitely needs this just because it can be a little bit more dry because of the baking process and all that good stuff. But I'm gonna shut up and taste this because I know that's what you guys are waiting for, so let me dig in. Okay, I love cutting this cake because it's like you're cutting through all those layers. Ooh, super, super tender. Just a beautiful cake. Really beautiful texture. Very good. I want to say it's just a standard cake because standard cakes are usually really good, but all those caramelized layers, it adds a whole different dimension to this cake. Honestly, I just took that yellow cake, the box recipe, and modified it just a little bit. Added my own little flavors, obviously with the milk, the brown butter, and then the whole process is different as far as baking the cake. So it makes a store-bought ingredient or store-bought item really look completely different. Sometimes it just changes your perspective of store-bought items, and I just really love that about this recipe. I love the success of when you take something that most people think is like cheap or, you know, really lowbrow, spruce it up, repackage it, put your own little twist on it, and make it something just really, really great. The only downside to a box cake is that it's a little too sweet for my taste. I like to modify the sugar and a little bit more of the salt in the recipe, but all in all, this is a great cake. It took me like an hour and 15 minutes to throw together, and it's just a solid cake. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this recipe. If you did, make sure you thumbs up. Comment down below for future video requests, things you want to see on my channel, and of course, subscribe at the end of this video. I'll have an annotation. Just click the subscribe button and you will be locked in my channel for future recipes, and just go ahead and check out all the other recipes that I've uploaded in the past. So yeah, that's it. Try it out, share with your family. I'll see you guys next time with another really delicious recipe. Bye guys.